Hi guys, in today's video I'll be sharing with you my top tips on what you need to know before flying with your little one during the COVID-19 pandemic. A little about me, my family and I live in Oregon, and last month during the wildfires we decided to book last minute flights and left our home. So whether you may need to fly for necessity or pleasure, here are my top tips on what you need to know before flying. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Tracy and I create all things mommy related content. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these tips. So the first tip is wear your mask, obviously. But do look into all major US airlines about their mask policies. I do know that N95 masks with a filter are banned, so make sure you either have a secondary on top of that or bring ones without the filter. I know that most major airlines are requiring kids 2 years or older to wear masks, of course except when they're eating and drinking. So if you know you're traveling, make sure you practice with your child on wearing a mask. So making a daily routine and have them wear it when you're out and about, just so that they get used to it and so you won't have any issues at the airport or in the plane. Tip number 2, before you book your tickets, make sure you get super educated on airlines' seat selection and their booking policies. On some flights, you are able to rebook your flights if it's like 70% full. We were able to rebook our flight to an earlier flight because it was at full capacity. So that was super easy and pretty convenient to do. Also, when you're choosing your seats, you want to either choose the window seats or seats furthest from other passengers. Tip number 3, look into airlines that are still blocking the middle seats. Currently, Delta, Hawaiian, Alaska, Southwest, and JetBlue are still blocking the middle seats. So I would definitely look into their airlines and those flights. Tip number 4, look into your local airport's check-in, screening, and security protocols. These are changing often, so you don't want to be surprised when you're actually there. Tip number 5, when you're actually booking your tickets, I would actually look at flights that either are really early in the morning or late at night so that you are avoiding maximum capacity. What you want to do is avoid a plane full of people. So I would continue to check your flight's seating availability and go from there. So you will have more time to either rebook your flight or simply just cancel the flight. Tip number 6 is pretty obvious, but you still want to arrive early at the airport and give yourself extra time if you need it. Tip number 7 is TSA PreCheck. So if you have it, definitely of course use it, but if you don't, I would apply for it because you could definitely speed through security a little faster and you won't have to remove like your shoes, belts, liquids, any of those things. Tip number 8 is wear your baby in a baby carrier when you go through security. Before COVID, I was doing this, so even with our trip that we went last month, I definitely did this with my toddler, and it was just so much easier and just less of a hassle to handle my toddler and everything else. And if you have a stroller, I would definitely recommend you to bring that as well so that you can put your child in there with their mask on, or if they refuse to wear a mask, you can definitely have the rain shield to protect them. So once I got through security with my child in my baby carrier, I was able to put her in her stroller and have her mask on and as well as the rain shield, and she was pretty content in there and comfortable so that we was able to just walk to the gate and not have to lug her on me as well as carry the stroller. Tip number 9 is to board before everyone else so that you have additional time to wipe everything down, everything that you think your child might touch or will touch. I would definitely take advantage of that time to do that, and as well as to settle your child down so that they're not so antsy. You want to make sure you bring your own Clorox wipes, although our airline did provide a few Perel wipes during our flight, but that wasn't enough to wipe everything down. So definitely bring your own wipes. Also, definitely do bring your own hand sanitizer. That is what we did, and it worked out both times very well. Tip number 10, like any other flights with your kids, you definitely want to bring snacks, activities, iPad, anything that will keep them distracted and happy and content. So my last tip is to bring or wear a loose, flowy, breathable cardigan so that you can cover your toddler when they are sleeping. So what I did was covered her nose and mouth when she was sleeping on me, so that she didn't have to wear her mask. This definitely was way more comfortable than wearing her mask. Alright guys, and these are my top tips to know before flying with your little ones, especially during this pandemic. Let me know down below what are your top tips for flying with your little ones. Also, make sure you like this video, and if you haven't already, subscribe for more helpful motherhood tips. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!